Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So TOA has just released and I've been streaming a bit of Towerversity as well. And yeah, you have to be above level 40 to play this. So it hasn't been too bad. So the initial stages of Towerversity were pretty much from the first season as well. And just a bit of a breakdown into Towerversity. What you needed to do for Towerversity is you need to actually play with two teams. So I played with three units, Coco, Rico, Luffy here, and then on this stage I played with Kia, August, Agatha. And the issue with Towerversity is you can't use the same units for both the upper and lower zone. And when you actually beat one of the zones, the gear is also locked on that unit. So you need to build two full teams. Eventually, you need to build two full teams of 6. So for example, on my latest clear, if I just jump into the history here, so two full teams of 6 and also their gear. So their gear is actually locked on those stages. And the good thing about the new Towerversity, this is our season 2, is a lot of the rewards are fairly achievable. Like clear stage 6 to get the trinket, general ascension emblems, and then random legendary engraving chests. And then there's astral shards, ascension emblems, and engravings on the stage 7 clear. So stage 7 actually unlocks in a week's time, so we can't actually do that yet. And most of us are actually on stage 5. Like on stage 6, there hasn't actually been any clears here. And you can see here by the pick rate, there is no data because everyone's stuck here on stage 6. Like stage 5 was definitely quite tricky for me. And looking at the reward rankings, like you don't really get much rewards now for being in the higher ranks. It's mainly just getting one of these titles, and I mean, get some tarots, legendary trinket, and some engraving chests, but just not that much different. Just getting the nice frame, and mainly it's just the title, right? Adversity champion. This is probably going to last 60 days again, and to be on this rank list, you have to clear stage 7. So probably not too difficult. And let's actually go through the stages. So the upper zone was pretty fun. Let me just go through and play my version as well. Like the upper zone, I actually just played it on auto. Like I was like, oh, this is just difficulty 5. It's fairly easy. So I just brought a bunch of like AoE units and played around with the alert and everything. Because like all the previous stages, stage 1 to 6, I was pretty much just clearing on auto. And I was like, okay, this should be fairly chill, pretty fast to play with. And yeah, it was pretty easy. And this one was just not too bad. Just a bunch of AoEs, alerts. Like playing on auto does mean that I wasn't really using the abilities and everything from the main character. Like the main character there, and the way this should be played is you see all the cargo boxes on the bottom here. You actually need someone to collect those cargo boxes and deliver them to the MC there. And you also got the 2 miners on the left side doing that. And you can also like increase their movement, move them around. And yeah, this was just playing on auto and just trying to clear it as easy without much effort as I could. Because I was like, I need my brain power for the higher difficulties, and I didn't really want to think too much on these earlier difficulties. And yeah, that Kabara just went up there and he just wasn't clearing the bottom at all. So it is what it is. And yeah, you can see the miners just moving around, getting the cargo. I'll show you the skills of the main character as well later after this. But yeah, this should be pretty fast. Like, how many turns did this take? I think it was like 4 or 5 turns, and I don't know what the main character was doing on auto. Like, things were happening and I wasn't making the decisions. The AI was, right? Sometimes I wish the AI was better for this game, but it is what it is. So you definitely have to protect his cargo because every time the cargo gets hit, your main character loses HP, and when he loses all his HP, the stage ends. And by killing these mobs, we damage the enemy boss on the top right of this map. So each kill of the enemy boss does damage to him. Like it's like I think it was like 2% HP damage to him. So you need to clear like 50 mobs to be able to kill the boss there. So yeah, you could hear the lightning in the background there on the boss. Like we might be able to see it when someone dies, or maybe not. And Pamina's just like tanking everyone at the top. It's been pretty amazing, even at 3-star. Yeah, so you see the lightning damage on the boss? Yeah, it's just the mobs dying and the boss getting hit a lot. Alright, so that's really nice, and SP Sophia's just doing nothing really. It's mainly there for the global heal and give everyone buffs. Like, if I had the instant deployment skill, I could have had her move the miners faster and make them, travel and deliver the cargo and everything. But yeah, I just thought, pretty early stage, no need to try too hard on this stage as well. And yeah, well, let's watch this finish off and watch the stupid decisions the AI makes. And Pamina is just so good on auto. As well as like our AoE units as well. And yeah, Convallaria was supposed to be watching that bottom part, but he's just chasing after Layla instead, so I don't know what's going on between them. And Sophia's like just ignoring these mobs, so see, one cargo down, and my main character is like half dead. So definitely can't do this for like higher difficulties. Need someone to actually, block the other sides, or you have to use the abilities and skills of the main character. You can see he's like 10% HP or something, and yeah, almost dead. And I was like about to give up because, I'm like, is the boss gonna die yet, or am I gonna die first? And I was like, okay, I'll just let the auto play out, and yeah, maybe things will work my way. Maybe Kavara's Rain. Oh, look, everyone's half damaged. Vivata's almost dying. Ooh, Layla AoE. Is that enough to kill a bunch? And then these Stormbreakers are killing their own mobs, you see? That's pretty... that's pretty dumb, but yeah, that's how it's been set up. And SP Sophia is just healing nothing. And then, yeah, that was enough to kill the boss there. So if we just go back into the upper zone stage here. Actually, I think I need to do it on... Yeah, I think I could do it on heal, right? So if we just start this again. And we can have a look at the main character and their skills, right? So in here, we do get the cargo, and after we get the cargo, we get these points, which is the supply. We gain 10 stacks, and we get the stacks from them delivering the cargo to us, right? So does it say anything here? No, it doesn't. Okay, we'll go have a look at that later. So in-step stockade, so that builds barriers. We got our summon explosive trap here. So these are the mines that explode around you. We have our summon blade statue. So this is like the PvP blade statue thing. We have our summon boulder, which you can roll the actual boulders from the the puzzle stages. Magnetic drive, that teleport a non-load bearer to any location. So load bearer are the ones who have like supplies on them, so you can't actually cheat and teleport the miner to the main character sort of thing. And it also deals piercing damage equal to 30% of HP to all enemies and items within 1 tile radius. The nice combo is like you have a mine somewhere and you teleport one of your units to the mind. So it does AoE piercing, and then it also triggers the explosive trap there. So that's one tactic that can be used. And spatial collapse, just gather all enemies together, just like Kanbei's greed or like, vacuum sort of thing, just sucks them all together. And Magician's Fantasy, so this is pretty cool. When casting a skill for each additional enemy hit, increases damage and piercing by 15%. So it's just like a huge AoE damage there. And then the last one is Gale Infusion. So gains jump and climb, increase movement by 2. When attacking, knocks back the target by 1 tile. So with those big AoEs, you can actually, knock all the units off the edges here because there's a lot of gaps. So you could blow the enemies off these edges, which is another play style there. So that's pretty much it for the upper half. And let's talk about the lower half, because the lower half is actually quite tricky. Like, I don't think there's that many people who beat it. Okay, 3 people now. Before we only saw like 2 people beat it, and I mean, well, I could play mine, but it was a bit scuffed. So the issue here is this Ballista does huge amounts of damage. And I was sort of copying a CN strat here. It was a pretty competitive sort of strat, so I was just seeing if it could actually work on our version because they had like 5-star SP Nana, 5-star Tristan, which I don't have, but yeah, I was just trying to see if that works. Because the main issue here is turn 2, that Ballista is going to do huge amounts of damage. So if we scroll back, this Ballista, this skill, Light Blind Arrow, 200% physical damage closest target, the 200 of this, 6,000. So 12,000 damage, and then after it also does the isolate, so you can't immune to the aura effects, so you can't buff yourself up with the auras. And it does a damage bonus equal to 10 times the target's lost HP percentage, increased by 1,000% if the target's defeated. Basically, what that means is the amount of damage that it deals to the thing that hits, it amplifies it by 10 to all the other units. So it's going to be like a domino effect. So you have to make sure you're able to tank this initial hit or find ways to dodge it. Otherwise, if that unit takes like 10% HP damage, like 10% of the total HP, that's going to be like 100% of the other units. So 10% HP means the rest of your team just dies. And then 30% AoE damage. And it's just so frustrating. So there's a few strats around this, like having an assassin or some sort of item there, like even an explosive barrel. You can't do it with the dummy because he'll attack the dummy. But having like an item there actually blocks him from attacking the units below. So it's very interesting. So the big issue is on round 2, right? Of the start of round 2. So watch me go standby on Inanna. And then the Ballista does a huge damage, and you see, oh, my whole team explodes. So you need to find a way to tank through that. And also, you don't want the slimes to hit the end, because the slimes will keep moving. Every turn, the slimes will keep moving, and they'll move until the end. Once they move to the end, it's GG as well. And these slimes, after you kill them, they'll pretty much instantly revive, dispel the debuffs, and then keep moving along. The other way to do this is if you knock the slimes over the edge, they'll revive in their initial positions. And by doing damage to by killing or doing damage to slime, it does damage to the boss here. So that's what you want to aim at. So there is this positioning from Super Oliver, one of the CN pros. He showed a map with some of the positionings, and basically you positioning them right under the steps. So you can see Fire, Inanna, everyone's underneath these steps, and then he'll move to turn 2, right? Round 2. And he just skips the Ballista. The Ballista does not do its attack there. And there is some safe tiles if you position your units properly. So Super Oliver has showed us that I did tests with most of these, and basically the safe tiles are these green tiles. So these greens are the safe tiles. The environment makes these the safe zones from the brown to hit from the ballista. And so the red are the dangerous ones. If you have units on the red, they're going to get hit. And these blue ones, right? These blue ones also get hit, but if it is safe if you do have someone on the green beside it. So if you have a unit here on the green, that means this blue tile is safe. So that's what all these green, red, and blue circles mean. So that's what you can do to avoid being hit by the boss. But it does mean that the top lane is clear and these slimes will just keep traveling ahead. So back on our replay. So because I did want to play this strat where you're damaging the top lane, I had to bring along a Kumbe because a Kumbe is really good at summoning his assassin. So summoning this assassin will actually block the ballista from hitting us. And also this assassin in the corner. You need to have both of them. I think it will remove his like sort of range of sight for both the front and the side. I did try it without this assassin and it didn't work. But having both of these assassins actually blocked Ballista from hitting us. Because I think it's like, if he wants to hit all these units, he has to hit through this assassin there. If he has to hit Tristan, he has to hit through that assassin. And somehow that does block his range. I'm not sure about the exact mechanics behind it. And yeah, when Cian was doing this sort of strat, they had Tristan with 1 punch and 5-star. So can spam 1 punch a lot. And yeah, it was just a matter of me just grinding down these slimes and just making sure I was positioning my units so that I had the assassin in this corner to create like a safe zone on this top part. Yeah, because that assassin moved due to the greed. And I think that Inanna's safe. I had her with the focus wand and everything. And I think I should just quickly show through like the gear I used on my units because I don't know, maybe a bit specific or not really. Luffy, that's just disaster bottle. Inanna with the focus wand, that's the main thing. And then Coco was just whatever. I don't know why I had that on Coco. Where is she? Brutal Axe, Disaster Bottle, Empress, in SP Nana, just sort of damage set, and a Kumbe. If you have the cornucopia staff, that is more ideal there. But yeah, just running with this sort of setup. And yeah, that assassin disappeared. But I think we're out of that middle part, so yeah, I just don't know why he did hit us. Like there's definitely some sort of calculations on the range and everything, and then like huge AoE that does huge amounts of damage. And also on turn 4, you'll see the Union allies come by as well. I'll show you guys when they actually spawn. So let me pause the replay once that does show up. And yeah, just create these burning tiles so they take the DOT damage. I just did Warhorn to do like a bit of extra damage. Probably wasn't really that needed or anything. It was, yeah. I did end up running energy from a Kumbe, so I did have like the urgent order. You see these slimes are almost to the end, but the boss is almost dead. Yeah, so we can see these unions do spawn, and you don't want these union units to die, because if they die, your whole team dies. 999% magic AoE to all ally characters, and then when they die, they actually so when they get fully healed, that's what you want to do. Fully heal all these. You do get a shard, which makes your ally act again, and banishing conviction, which just literally just kills off the slimes. So that's really good. And turn 4, at the end of the turn, these slimes do these lightning cross-shaped damage, which is really annoying. Where is that lightning thing? Is it here on the buff? Yeah. AoE damage, 400% of physical attack to the character and other enemies within a cross shape. So these ones will actually kill your union allies, so you do want to heal them, or knock the slimes back so they don't actually damage your union allies that much. But yeah, let's continue with the replay here. Man, it has been quite long. Maybe I should have separated into 2 videos, but we're just making it into one, and yeah, I'll update you guys on any other tips and tricks later on as well. But yeah, it's just me just smashing out these slimes. People have been showing up with their replays and everything, and that was enough. That was enough to clear that stage. Oh, we have Garbelius coming in. Anyway, I'll end it there. But yeah, that is difficulty 5. And then difficulty 6 is just going to be even harder, and yes, slowly increasing in difficulty there. See, a lot of people have used a lot of different units here. Like, I think a very key one is using the Papal Guard here. A few people used different strats, so we got Propia with Coco, Tai, and Samantha, just triple healing and bunch of AoE DPS. Where was the other one I wanted to show you guys? Hanuki, was it? Not Hanuki. Yeah, so Centaur guy. So this is the Papal Guard. This is the free-to-play sort of strat where the Papal Guard does have, you know, that physical shield to reduce the damage. So he's not actually taking damage, and your whole team doesn't take damage. So that is another way of dealing with this. So well, let's just watch the first 2 turns. That is the main thing. And his Nidia is only 3-star, and it's just like this positioning with Nidia, Trill, and this setup. Just huge explosion, huge damage. Greed, and then the debuffs and everything, just grouping all the slimes together for Nidia to do and hit both pathways. And you can see Apple Guard just literally face tank that second hit as well. Coco can also tank that if she's built tanky enough as well. And yeah, it just depends on how you want to set up. See, Mystery Guardian, Guardian's Will with Hermit, and the physical damage reduction resonance. And yeah, let's have a sneak peek at Garbelius. He'll probably write up a guide about this as well. No, he's also using Papal Guard. Yeah, that makes sense. And then using SP Rewea for the knockback and Nidia for the damage. Yeah, so everyone has sort of similar strats. And yeah, let's watch the first 2 turns of this as well, you know. Actually, I think is he Nana 5-star? I recall, like, he did well pretty hard on his SP Nana, so at 25%. The character also gains all effects. Yeah, it's definitely 5-star SP Nana. I guess you can't follow Garbelius' guide. He's too well for us, right? Yeah, nice. Oh, okay, he's doing AoEs instead of knockbacks. I was expecting some knockbacks there from SP Rewea, because that's how she's usually used, but yeah, AoE does make sense as well. And yeah, and then that Papal Guard on that tile, I think, does cause the Ballista to hit him there, yeah, and just tanks that. But yeah, that's a brief look into Towerversity. Stage 5 did take a while. I think that people were trying to push Stage 6, and yeah, they still haven't done it yet, so we'll just wait and see what other strats. There's, 3 weeks to this, and Stage 7 does open up in a week, so let's see what other surprises and different strategies everyone works out, and see what other strategies we can copy from CN as well. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and good luck clearing Towerversity. I'll see you guys next time.